Welcome to all of you. My name is Joginder Tomar. I'm your friend and instructor. So today we will discuss about a very important and interesting topic. The topic name is VPC peering in different regions. So let us understand this scenario in a very easiest manner. So let's say we have one region with the name Mumbai and another region we have with the name Singapore. So inside the Mumbai region we will create one VPC. So VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. So I will assign the name of the Mumbai region VPC as VPC Mumbai. And another VPC we will create inside the Singapore region, and we will assign the name of VPC in Singapore region VPC Singapore. So inside the Mumbai VPC we will create a virtual machine or virtual machine in AWS Amazon Cloud we will call as EC2 instance. So the name of this EC2 instance we will give EC2 Mumbai. And another VPC we have VPC Singapore. Inside this VPC we will create another EC2 instance. We will give a name EC2 Singapore. So now we have two VPCs which are located inside the different regions and different VPCs. So if we want to communicate the EC2 Mumbai and EC2 Singapore, will it communicate with each other? Will they ping with each other or not? This is the question. So this question is from you. So will they communicate with each other? The answer is no, they will not communicate with each other. If you want to communicate the EC2 Mumbai and EC2 Singapore with each other, for that purpose we need to enable and configure peering. So with the help of configuration and enabling of peering in between the different region VPCs, EC2 Mumbai will start communicating with the EC2 Singapore. So this is the scenario. So this scenario let's understand more practically with the help of lab demonstration that we will perform on the AWS portal. So let's move on to the portal. Now we are on the web browser. So here we need to type www.aws.amazon.com. Now we are on the portal of aws.amazon.com. Click on the option sign into the console. Now here what we need to do, we need to click on the services on the top. So under the services we will go to the heading networking and content delivery. Inside the networking and content delivery we need to select VPC. in the left hand side under the VPC dashboard we will get an option your VPCs. So click on your VPCs. Now click on create VPC. Now assign the name of the VPC as VPC Mumbai. So this VPC we are going to create inside the Mumbai region. You can see on the top the region is selected Mumbai. So enter the IPv4 CIDR block 10.0.0.0/16. Click on create, close it. So now click on subnets, click on create subnet, assign the name of the subnet according to the suitability of the name and the purpose. So here we are creating a subnet inside the VPC Mumbai, and the VPC Mumbai is located inside the Mumbai region. So according to the suitability and the purpose we will assign the name here Mumbai subnet. So it is not necessary if I am assigning the name of the subnet Mumbai-subnet and you also have to assign the same name. You can assign the different name. So it is not mandatory if I am assigning Mumbai-subnet you have to assign the same name. You can assign any other name. So click on VPC. So here we will get an option VPC Mumbai. So click on VPC Mumbai. So with the help of this step the subnet will get associated with the VPC Mumbai. So click on availability zone. Under the availability zone select availability zone AZ1. You can choose any other availability zone also. It is not mandatory that if I have chosen availability zone 1A and you also have to choose the 1A. You can choose any other availability zone also, but randomly or without any thinking I have chosen 1A. So now inside the IPv4 CIDR block I need to assign 10.0.0.0/24. Now click on create. Now the subnet inside the VPC Mumbai has been created successfully. Close it. Now the next component we need to create internet gateways. So click on internet gateways. So as we already discussed in the previous sessions that internet gateway is a component which provides the internet connection to the subnet. If we have not internet gateway, if we don't have internet gateway connected with the subnet, then the subnet EC2 instances cannot be accessible through the internet. So in order to get the EC2 instances access through the internet, we require to connect the internet gateway with the subnet in which the EC2 instances are located. So now click on create internet gateway. So assign the name of internet gateway. So I will assign here Mumbai IGW. IGW is a short form of internet gateway. Click on create, close it. Now our next component we need to create and configure route tables. So click on route tables. Click on the top. So on the top we have an option create route table. Click on it. Now I will assign here a name Mumbai route. Click on the VPC and select here the VPC Mumbai, which is created by us just now before. Click on create. Close it. So we have created Mumbai route also, that is the routing table or the route table. So let's check it. The internet gateway has been associated with the VPC or not. So you can see here Mumbai Internet Gateway IGW has not been yet associated with the VPC. So we have to associate Mumbai IGW with the VPC just now we have created before. So after associating the Mumbai IGW VPC Mumbai IGW Internet Gateway, the status will be changed as attached. So now click on actions, click on attach to VPC, click on VPC and click on VPC Mumbai. Click on attach. Now you can see here the state has been changed as attached. Before it was showing detached. So now click on route tables. So select the route table with the name Mumbai route. Now our next step we will perform to connect or associate the subnet with the route table. So for that purpose click on subnet associations. Click on edit subnet associations. Check mark the option of subnet ID. Click on save. So now the subnet has been associated successfully with the route table. You can see here. Now click on routes. Click on edit routes and click on add route. Type the destination here 0.0.0.0/0 and under the target select internet gateway. So here we can see internet gateway is showing here Mumbai-IGW we have created just now before. Now click on save routes. Close it. Now we have done the part of VPC Mumbai. So now we will create one EC2 instance inside the VPC Mumbai, which is located inside the Mumbai region. So let's go to the EC2 option. Click on services on the top. Under the compute, click on EC2. Click on running instances. You can see here that running instances currently we have 0. It means there is no EC2 instance at all existing inside the EC2. So click on running instances. Click on launch instance. So now we are redirected towards the step number 1. Choose an image machine image. So this option will give you the image of the operating system through which we can create an EC2 instance. So let's choose Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base for the testing purpose. So click on select. So now we got redirected towards the step number 2, choose an instance type. So this step number 2 will show us the combination of the virtual hardware which will be utilized during the creation of the EC2 instance. For example, it is showing virtual CPU 1 gigs of memory, instance type is EBS only. EBS stands for Elastic Block System, Elastic Block Storage. So Elastic Block Storage is a kind of storage which can be used only inside the EC2 instances. So here the account type is T2 micro, which is free tier eligible account. So now let's click on next. Under the network, select the VPC Mumbai. So VPC Mumbai is our own created VPC. Under the subnet, go with the availability zone 1, which is already one availability zone we have selected. Now click on auto assign public IP. So by default it is disabled. Click on enable. Click on next. Click on next again. Now here we will assign the name of the EC2 instance. Click on add tag. Under the key, type name. Under the value, type the name of the EC2 instance. So I will type here EC2 hyphen Mumbai. So this name will be suitable according to the purpose and according to our requirement. So it sounds good because we are creating the EC2 instance inside the Mumbai region. So that's why the name is suitable, EC2 hyphen Mumbai. So we can recognize easily that EC2 instance, this is EC2 hyphen Mumbai, it is located inside the Mumbai region. Click on next. So now we got redirected towards the step number 6 inside the configure security group. So click on add rule. So now select here all ICMP hyphen IPv4. Under the source, select anywhere. For RDP and all ICMP hyphen IPv4 also. Click on review and launch. So now we are redirected towards the step number 7. So this step number 7 will show us a screen that whatever the steps we have performed already in our previous wizard. So now click on launch. So now this time it is asking to create a key pair or choose a key pair. So key pair is very important to create a password, generate a password or decrypt a password. So if we don't have the key pair file, we cannot get login inside the EC2 instance. So remember that always keep your key pair file in a safe location where you can get it easily. So you can choose an option, choose an existing key pair. So I will choose an option, choose an existing key pair, because I already has been created a key pair file before. If you don't have the key pair file, you can create a new one by clicking on an option, create a new key pair. So I will choose the first one option, choose an existing key pair. So select a key pair. So I will select the key pair which I have already created before with the name web server key. Check mark an option, I acknowledge. Now click on launch instances. So it is showing a good symptom and it is showing a message, your instances are now launching. Scroll down a bit, click on view instances. Now you can see here on the screen that deployment of the EC2 instance with the name EC2-Mumbai is in process. So we have to wait till the time until the status check will be green 2 by 2. So till that time let's go with the further steps for creating the VPC and EC2 instance inside the Singapore region. So this is Mumbai region. So now change the region as Singapore. Click on the top and select here the region Asia Pacific Singapore. Now we are inside the Singapore region. So here we will perform the same steps or similar steps, whatever the steps we had performed just now before in the Mumbai region. So click on launch instance. So I think so before creating the instance we need to create the VPC. So let's click on the services on the top and scroll down a bit, and under the networking and content delivery select an option VPC. So now under the VPC dashboard on the left side click on an option your VPCs. Now click on the top, there is an option create VPC. Now click on create VPC option. On the name tag just assign the name of the VPC, whatever the name you want to assign. So I will assign here a name with the name VPC Singapore. So VPC-Singapore, this is a suitable name and sounds good according to the geographical location Singapore. So it will be easy to understand that VPC-Singapore is located inside the Singapore region. So that's why I like this name to assign this time for the testing purpose. Under the IPv4 CIDR block enter 20.0.0.0/16. Now click on create. Wow, now the VPC in the Singapore region has been created successfully with the name VPC-Singapore. So our next component is route table. We need to create a subnet. So for that purpose click on subnets. Click on option create subnet. So here assign the name of the subnet which you want to assign. So here I will assign the name of subnet Singapore-subnet. So VPC, select the VPC VPC-Singapore. So this step will associate this subnet Singapore or the Singapore subnet with the VPC Singapore. Now select the availability zone. You can select any one of the availability zone, but I will select here AZ1 for the testing purpose. So guys, what is availability zone? This is the question from you. The availability zones are the data centers. So you can see here we have 3 data centers with the name AZ1, AZ2 and AZ3. So we have 3 data centers. All these 3 data centers are located inside the same geographical region or the location which is Singapore. So click on AZ1. So now under the IPv4 CIDR block 20.0.0.0/24. Now click on create. Now the successful creation of the subnet is done. Click on close. So you can see on the screen Singapore-subnet has been created successfully and it is associated with the VPC, our own VPC Singapore. So now our next component, we need to create internet gateway. So click on internet gateways option. So now click on create internet gateway. So here assign the suitable name or a name which sounds good according to the purpose and requirement. So I will assign here a name Singapore -IGW. Click on create. What's the option? What's the error? Singapore gateway let's cancel it. So let's try to create it again, and let's give a name IGW SINGAPORE. Let's click on create. Wow, so it has been created successfully. So what is the name of the gateway? The gateway name is IGW Singapore. So here we can see, so you can see IGW Singapore is now, the current status is detached. So we need to change the status as attached. So for that purpose, click on actions and click on attach to VPC. Select the VPC with the name VPC Singapore. Click on attach. So with this step we have associated this internet gateway with the VPC Singapore. I already told you before, the internet gateway, the purpose of the internet gateway is to provide the internet access to your subnet. If your subnet is not connected with internet gateway, then the EC2 instances which are located inside the subnet cannot be accessible from the internet. So internet cannot be run inside your subnet if the internet gateway is not associated with the subnet. So now we need to create our next component, which is route tables. So at the left hand side under the VPC dashboard we will get an option route tables. So click on route tables, click on create route table option. So enter the name of the route table as per the suitable requirement, so as per the suitability of the purpose. So I will assign here Singapore -route. So associate this route table with the VPC. So select an option VPC and select a VPC Singapore. Just now we have created before. So click on create, click on close. So we have successfully associated the route table Singapore with the VPC Singapore. So now further task we need to perform: associate the Singapore route table with the subnet. So for that purpose, click on subnet association, and here you can see there is no association of the subnet inside this option. So for that purpose, click on edit subnet associations. So check mark the option subnet. So this will associate the subnet with the route table. So click on save. So now you can see here the subnet has been associated successfully with the route table, and you can see on the top also. So now let's click on the routes tab, click on edit routes, click on add route. So here enter 0.0.0.0 slash 16, sorry, 0. So under the target, select internet gateway. So here we can see IGW-Singapore. So this is the internet gateway just now we have created before and associated with the VPC Singapore. So select IGW-Singapore. So click on an option save routes. So we are done with the VPC, all the options, all the components we have configured successfully. So now our next task is to create EC2 instance inside the Singapore region, and that EC2 instance we will associate with the Singapore VPC. So for that purpose, let's click on the option services. So under the services, click on EC2, and EC2 is an option which is located inside the compute. Now you can see we have an option running instances. So under the running instances we have 0 instances are running because there is no existing instances are located inside the Singapore region. So now we are creating a new EC2 instance. So click on running instances, click on launch instance, so it has been redirected towards the step number 1. So here we will choose an image of the operating system through which we will create a EC2 instance. So we will search out Microsoft Windows Server 2016. So here we are, Microsoft Windows Server 2016 base. So click on select. So we are redirected towards the step number 2. So step number 2 is showing the all virtual hardware which will be utilized for the creation of the EC2 instance. So which is showing one virtual CPU, 1 gigs of RAM, and EBS only. EBS stands for elastic block storage. So elastic block storage is a kind of storage which we can use during the creation of the EC2 instance only. So inside the EC2 instance we can use only elastic block storage. Click on next. So under the network option we can select VPC Singapore, because we are going to create EC2 instance inside the Singapore region and the VPC Singapore, and the VPC Singapore is located inside the Singapore region. So under the subnet, go with the default subnet which is 1A. So click on auto assign public IP, enable it, click on next, click on next. So we are redirected towards the step number 5. So click on add tag. Under the key type name. Under the value assign the name of the EC2 instance which you wish to assign. So I will assign here the name according to the suitability, according to the purpose. So I will assign here the name Singapore hyphen EC2. Now click on next. So click on add rule. So here we are redirected towards the step number 6, configure security group. So click on rule, add rule, and we will get a rule. We need to select a rule, all ICMP IPv4. Under the source, select anywhere, click on review and launch. So now we are redirected towards the step number 7. So step number 7 is saying us to look at the summary, and thus it will show the summary of all the steps just now we have already performed in the previous steps wizard. So it is showing T2 micro. So we have selected the instance type T2 micro, and instance storage is it is EBS only, memory is 1 gigs and 1 virtual CPU, and the security group we have chosen the protocol RDP and all ICMP-IPv4. so that's for the kind information only. So now click on launch. So here choose an existing key pair. So key pair we require to decrypt a password or generate a new password through which we will be able to log in inside the EC2 instance. So key pair inside the safe location, or store it inside the safe location where you can get it in future easily. So if you will forget, if you will lose the key pair file, then you cannot log in inside the EC2 instance. So now I will go with an option choose an existing key pair, because I have already created a key pair file in the previous session. So if you don't have the key pair file, you can create a new one by clicking an option create a new key pair, but I will choose an option choose an existing key pair. Select a key pair. So I will select a key pair here Windows key. So let me first check this Windows key is available or not, or I saved in the proper location or not. So will it be available or not? So click on AWS key, which is my I think so location where I saved this key. So here this key is not available. Here it is showing server key.pem. So let me check here. What is the key name here? Server key. And here what is the name? Server key.pem. Yes, we got it. We already have a key with the name server key.pem. So this is a good thing. So go to the portal. So I selected the key pair name server key. Now check mark an option. I acknowledge that I have access to the selected private key, the key file server key.pem. So now click on launch instances. So now the status it is showing your instances are now launching. So this is a good symptom. So scroll down and click on option view instances. Now the instance with the name Singapore-EC2 is in process. So we have to wait a moment until the status will be changed as 2x2 green. Now we can see here the EC2 instance in the Singapore region with the name Singapore-EC2 ec2 has been created successfully and showing the instance state as running. Status checks is 2/2 checks, green tick, so it is a good symptom. So now what we need to do, now let's take a remote desktop connection or RDP connection for this EC2 instance in the Singapore region, on our local computer. For that purpose, let's copy the IPv4 public IP address. Now go to run and type mstsc, click OK. So here we can see a remote desktop connection console is available for us. Now paste here the IPv4 public IP address by pressing the Ctrl+V. So now click on connect. Enter the username administrator and the password as password. We don't know the password. For getting the password we require the key pair. So for that purpose, click on connect, click on get password, click on choose file, and browse the file location and select a file. So here the file name is serverkey.pem. So the format of the file key pair file is .pem. So select, after the selection click on open, click on decrypt password. Now copy the password and paste it on the RDP console. Click on OK, click on yes. So the same thing we will perform on the Mumbai EC2 instance. For that purpose, what we need to do, we need to change the region. So let's go to the Mumbai region. Click on sign into the console here. So here on the top the Singapore region is already selected. Now change the region with the name Asia Pacific Mumbai. Click on EC2. Now you can see here a running instance is, it is showing a status of one EC2 instance is already existing inside the running instances. Now we have already selected EC2-Mumbai EC2 instance and status it is showing running. Availability zone it is showing AP-South-1A. Instance type is T2 micro, and let's copy the public IPv4 address for getting the RDP connection. Go to run and type mstsc, click OK, and just paste the IPv4 public IP address here. Now click on connect. Now it is asking to enter the credential username and password. So enter the username as administrator, but password we don't know. So in order to get the password, we need to go to the portal. So inside the portal, we already selected EC2-Mumbai EC2 instance. Now click on connect, click on get password, and click on choose. So now browse the location and try to see the file. So now you can see here the file name is webserverkey.pem. So this is the key pair file which is required to decrypt the password or to generate the password, which we will utilize to log in inside the EC2 instance. So select this one, click open, click on decrypt password. Now copy password and paste the same password here inside the security console of RDP. Click on OK. Click on yes. Now we got logged in successfully inside the EC2 instance through the RDP. So go to run. So run inside the EC2 instance and type firewall.cpl. Click OK. So click on turn Windows firewall on or off. So turn off both the firewalls. So this is our testing environment, but turning off the firewall, it is not recommended in our live production environment. So for that purpose, in the production environment, we need to create a firewall rule for allow the ICMP protocol. So but we have not created the rule, so that's why we turned off both of the firewall. If we will not turn off the firewall, it will stop the pinging of the one EC2 instance to the another EC2 instance. So now let's go to the run and type cmd, click OK. So let's see what is an IP address by typing the command ipconfig. So here the IP address is 10.0.0.233. So this is a private IP address. So let's go to the another EC2 instance which is located inside the Singapore region. So here we are, and this EC2 instance is located inside the Singapore region and the VPC name is VPC Singapore. So let's go to run and turn off the firewall of this EC2 instance also. Type firewall.cpl. Click on turn Windows firewall on or off option. Turn off the first firewall, turn off the second firewall also. Click on OK. So we already turned off the firewall of EC2 instance Singapore. Now let's go to CMD and type ipconfig. So it will display an IP address of the EC2 instance Singapore, so which is 20.0.0.171. So now copy this private IP address, and with this private IP address we will try to ping from another EC2 instance. So type here ping and paste the private IP address of another EC2 instance and press enter. So what we are getting? We are getting the request timeout. So it is expected. So we are not getting the ping communication in between the two EC2 instances located in the different VPCs, and that different VPCs located in the different region. One is Mumbai region, another one is Singapore region. So what we need to do? Just guess it. So this is the question for you. Just think about it. So I need the answer from you guys. Okay, so let me give the answer. So those who already think about that, we need to enable the peering for establish the ping communication in between both of the EC2 instances. That guys are right. So let's enable and configure the peering. So go to the Mumbai region. So inside the Mumbai region, what we need to do? We are in the VPC dashboard. So inside the VPC dashboard, so we will get an option peering connections. So click on peering connections and click on option create peering connection. So here mention the name or assign the name of the peering. So I will assign here a name, Mumbai hyphen Singapore peering. You can assign any name for the peering, but for the suitability of the name and the purpose, I assigned randomly the name Mumbai hyphen Singapore peering. So now click on VPC requester. So now the VPC requester is VPC Mumbai. So select it, and now you can see here 10.0.0/0 it is showing status associated, and select another VPC to pair with. So under this one you need to select another region. So here what we need to do? So inside the VPC acceptor we need to paste it here the ID of VPC Singapore. So here we need to paste the ID of the VPC Singapore. Right now we are in the Mumbai region. We are inside the Mumbai region. So just go to the Singapore region inside the portal. So here we can see on the top the Singapore is written here, and VPC hyphen Singapore is selected. So now you can see what is an ID. So ID is here, VPC ID is here for the Singapore, VPC hyphen 005857D97CA007516. So just copy this VPC ID of the Singapore and go to the Mumbai region. You can see on the top Mumbai region, here it is selected. So now paste it. So now click on create peering connection. So now it is showing successful. Now the peering connection has been created successful. Now click on OK. Now you can see here the status it is showing failed. Let us see where is the mistake. So let's try to create it again. So click on create peering connection and assign a name here, peering Mumbai hyphen Singapore. So you can assign any name. It doesn't mean that if I am assigning here a name peering Mumbai hyphen Singapore, you have to assign the same name. It's not like that. You can assign any other name also. Now for the VPC requester, click on VPC Mumbai. So now it is a great sign, great symptom that it is showing associated, and CIDR it is showing 10.0.0/16. So under the select another VPC to pair with, so it is showing another region, so we need to select another region option. So here we need to paste the VPC ID of the Singapore region. So let's go there and copy the VPC ID of the Singapore region and go to the Mumbai region back and paste it here. And here the last time it was showing failed, it was the mistake here. So here we need to change the region, and we did not changed it here. We forget to change here from North Virginia to Singapore. So here we need to change as Singapore. So here Asia Pacific Singapore, AP-Southeast-1. So now click on create peering connection. Now it is showing success. Click on OK. Now this is good. So here we are getting pending acceptance. So now what we need to do, we need to accept the acceptance from the Singapore region. So we need to go to the Singapore region. Right now we are on the Mumbai region, you can see on the top. So go to the another tab of the browser and you can see Singapore region is showing here, and we already selected VPC-Singapore. So now what we need to do, so click on here peering connections on the left hand side under the VPC dashboard. So click on peering connection. Remember guys, we are under the Singapore region, so we will accept from the Singapore region. So click on peering connections, and here it is showing pending acceptance. So we will approve, we will accept it from the Singapore region. Click on actions and click here accept request. Click on yes, accept, close it. Now you can see here the status has been changed as active. So this is showing inside the Singapore region, and let's see what is the status inside the Mumbai region for the peering. So go to the another tab of the same browser, and here it is still showing the pending acceptance. So why it is showing the pending acceptance right now even though we accepted from the Singapore region? Because we did not yet refresh the browser screen. So just refresh it. Wow, now you can see here after the refresh the status it is showing active, and inside the Mumbai region the peering status is showing active, and inside the Singapore region the peering status is showing active. So now what is the next task? We have done the peering successful. So now we need to go to the route table inside the Mumbai region. under the VPC dashboard. So click on the route tables option, select Mumbai route, and under the routes select an option edit routes. Click on add route, enter the destination here. So what is the destination where we want to go? We want to go from here to Singapore. Then the network range is here 20.0.0.0.0/16 we need to assign, and target, under the target we need to select peering connection, and you can see here the peering connection, it is showing Mumbai Singapore peering. So we need to select here and Mumbai Singapore peering, and second one is the peering Mumbai Singapore. So we need to select peering Mumbai Singapore because the first one which was failed, it is showing the failed peering option also. So this is the correct one, peering Mumbai Singapore. Click on save routes. So routes successfully edited. Click on close. The same thing we need to perform on the Singapore region. So inside the Singapore region, go there. Now we are here in the Singapore region and we need to perform the similar task. So click on peering connections. So where is peering connection? So here we are, peering connections. Click on it. No. So we need to click here the route tables. I'm sorry. So select here the route table, Singapore route. Click on routes tab. Click on edit routes, and here we need to perform the same thing that we have done in the case of the Mumbai region. So click on add route. So here we need to mention the destination. So destination network range is 10.0.0.0/16. So under the target we need to select peering connections. So here what it is showing, the peering connection. So this one is showing the peering connection here. Click save routes. So it is added successfully. So now it is done. Now we are done with the whole steps. So all the steps we have performed. I hope so everything is correct now. Now let us test it. Now let us check on the VPC. Wow, we got the successful ping in between the two EC2 instances. So here we are getting the successful ping reply from the one EC2 instance to the second EC2 instance after the successful peering in between both of the VPCs located inside the different regions. So peering is successful. Our lab exercise we have performed successfully. So now let us see what is an IP address of this EC2 instance. What is the private IP address? That is 10.0.0.233. So let's try to ping from the another EC2 instance and let's see whether it will ping or not. Type it here, ping 10.0.0.233 -t. So -t we will use for the continuous pinging. Now press enter key. Wow, so we got the successful ping reply. So we have done it successfully. I hope so that today's video was very informative to all of you. Thank you for watching my video. If you want my new latest upcoming videos in future, then don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, click on like icon and share it and press the bell icon also. So thanks once again.